Hey, you! Yes, you! Standing next to the woman who now wishes she wasn't sitting there. Are you tired? Listless? About to host a talk show with big guests and worried you've got nothing to say? Then why not try drinking? Yes, drinking. Feel all your old confidence flooding back, and soon you'll be able to shout.
Let's start the show! Wine drinking prowess. If you want me, Blue Nun, I am available. We're talking adverts because tonight we're joined by the star of brilliant advertising drama Mad Men, Don Draper himself, John Hamm is here. Oscar-winning actress and star of the new sci-fi blockbuster Prometheus, Charlize Theron is in the show. Yes, she is. Plus, comedian, actor, and the man behind the legendary Alan Partridge, Steve Coogan is here. Music from the wonderful Rumour, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. And for our visitors, what an exciting time to be in the country. It's Jubilee weekend. Oh, it is exciting. I know, seriously, I'm excited, but I can't think of anyone who won't be waving a Union Jack. I can't. Maybe one person. Hey, look, we've got 2 bank holidays. 2 of them. Great. Yeah, I know. Mind you, if you think that's a long weekend, try flying back from Azerbaijan with Engelbert Humperdinck. It's further than you think. Of course, there's going to be a huge concert as well with JLS playing. That'll be great. I mean, who doesn't like JLS? Awkward. And the highlight of the weekend is going to be the flotilla on the Thames. All the royals have their own unique boats. The Queen, Charles, and, of course, Harry. It's Friday night now. It's Friday night now. And already every single member of the royal household has been overdoing the celebrations. We have. Oh, no, no, no. It's sleeping, right? It's sleeping. It's going to be a weekend of partying. I can't imagine what the Queen's going to look like after 4 days non-stop drinking. Off with his head. Let's get the guests on! Later on, we'll be having music from Rumour. But first, I need Norton knowing you, Steve Coogan! There he is! Woo. Get out of here. Steve Coogan, sir. I'm mad about this man. It's John Hamm! So, how are you doing? And to the monster star, it is Charlize Theron! Before I do another thing, because I know I'm going to get this wrong a lot, Charlize Theron.
No, I was back there freaking out. You're like the first person who said it perfectly.
Really?
Yes.
I'll stop now. I won't,
Yes.
I won't say it again.
Amazing. 15 years, and then you came along.
All changes here. Now, by the way, you guys, do you know each other outside of being back there on a sofa?
I know John.
And I don't know Steve.
John, because I've seen him on the telly.
You know that's not real.
I know.
Now, it is Jubilee weekend. Do you plans? Anybody got plans for Jubilee?
I didn't realize it was Jubilee weekend, but when I got here, I got in town a couple days ago and was invited, I guess, to sit next to the Queen on the boat.
No, you're joking.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
No, you're joking.
I'm not going to do it. I don't know her.
It's 4 hours.
It's a long thing. What are we going to talk about? I don't own crowns or tiaras or...
No, I don't know if you're joking or not. Are you joking?
Oh, no, I'm completely joking. Yeah,
He has been invited on the boat.
I'm really confused now. Are you being invited on the boat?
No. Well, no.
Did you lie to him as well?
Like to me as well.
Yes.
John.
It's a real story.
It really is.
I didn't even know there was going to be a boat.
and these two are thinking, how did
Do they know I have an Oscar?
Did they not know?
It's just another thing you don't have in common with the Queen.
Now, Charlize Theron. Now, we're delighted you're here for all sorts of reasons.
I'm so happy to be. I'm a huge fan.
Thank you. Very sweet. Didn't have to say that. Did not have to say that.
A lot of people are going to be thrilled that you're here because it means that Prometheus is finally out. It's in cinemas tonight. This thing, it's been so kind of hyped, anticipated. I've never known anything like it.
It's like an elephant pregnancy.
Yeah, really. I mean, people have been waiting and waiting and waiting. I've seen it. I really enjoyed it, but I feel like I can't say anything about it because...
Yeah, because there's a sniper somewhere about to take you out.
Like Ridley Scott was swinging on a rope and kill me.
Yeah, I've been walking around with that feeling for a long time.
Because when you got the script, did you have to kind of sign a letter in blood to say you would tell no one about it?
Well, a version of that. I mean, it's not unusual with these bigger movies to have them be very secretive and, you know, they don't like to kind of have tons of scripts kind of floating around there. And with this, I think because everybody knew that he had this thing in development for like 33 years. And yeah, so, you know.
It's like an elephant's pregnancy.
I think they were, you're so rude.
Sorry.
God, I'm a lady. God, keep them together and sit still. Anyway, so I was in Malaysia, and it was monsoon season. I was on vacation with my family, and I get this text from Ridley saying, you have to read the script within 2 hours because otherwise it will implode on you, and you have to let me know. And there was this massive storm going on, and I couldn't get a Wi-Fi connection, and I had this little Malaysian man meet me with an umbrella, and we kind of like hiked up this hill in like a massive rainstorm, and I had like my iPad like underneath my t-shirt, and then we found like a tree, and I literally sat like reading. I only read like half a page. It's Ridley Scott. I should be so grateful.
And Ridley's got the thing of sort of strong women in this. Because you certainly don't need to know the Alien movies. This is a totally separate thing.
Yeah, it originated as, I think, a long time ago, it originated as the idea of wanting to do a prequel. And then I think the more Ridley kind of worked with the writers, and they realized that there was actually more to explore if you didn't have to kind of play within that sandbox. So they just made it a standalone film. So you don't have to know anything about Alien, and if you know anything about Alien, you'll find little gems here and there, you know, little Waldos. But really, anything other than the last 8 minutes of the film really kind of feels like it's from that family.
And obviously, it's you, it's Mimi Rapace, Guy Pearce, and Michael Fassbender is amazing in it.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's incredible in it. He plays an android and...
Spoiler! Spoiler!
No, not a spoiler. He's,
Here comes Ridley.
Exactly. Yeah, he's amazing in it. And I get to do some fun stuff with him, so yeah, that was fun.
All right, we've got a clip. This is near the beginning, so it contains no spoilers.
Okay.
Here you are.
Doctors, Miss Vickers would like to have a quick word before the adventure begins.
I think there might be some confusion about our relationship. Let's say you do find these beings down there. You won't engage them. You won't talk to them. You will do nothing but report back to me.
Miss Vickers, is there an agenda that you're not telling us about?
Nobody paid $1 trillion to find this place. Had you raised the monies yourself, Mr. Holloway, we'd be pursuing your agenda. But you didn't. And that makes you an employee. Cheers.
It must be fun to be in because people are so excited about seeing it.
It's really, everyone's like, oh, it must be so much pressure. And I'm like, no, it's nice that people want to actually go and see the movie that you're in.
And the other thing we have to acknowledge, I think, at this point, what a beautiful sofa it is tonight. It is beautiful. Steve, you're a very handsome man.
Thank you.
And then... No, I mean, it's unnatural, the other end of the sofa.
I know.
But can I just say, if people are at home looking at their ugly child asleep going, there's hope. Because Charlize Theron, I knew I should stop saying it.
That's it, I'm gone.
you blossomed sort of later in life. As a child, you weren't the prettiest of children. Is that fair?
Are you trying... You were talking about the fact that I had no teeth. And
That'll be the one.
Yeah. I didn't, yeah. I was very sick as a baby. I had jaundice and I was allergic to my mom's breast milk. And it took them a really long time to figure that out. So the sicker I was getting, the more antibiotics they were giving me. And back then, it was just horrible, the antibiotics. And it rotted my upper teeth. And they had to actually cut my upper teeth out.
Oh, my God.
So I had... For some reason, my fangs survived it and my bottom teeth. And that's what I had until I was about 10 years old.
God.
I know, you guys, it was so hard.
I know.
It's a shame you never grew.
Yeah, you sort of made up for it now.
Yeah, so I was like always like the lanky, skinny, tall girl with no teeth. I know. Life was really...
You've got great ones now.
Yeah. I think school reunions are really good for you now. Charlize? However, how annoying. John Hamm, you've always... I mean, here's a picture of you. This is in high school. It looks like an Abercrombie and Fitch model shot. That's ridiculous.
Is that your midriff? Are you wearing a
Right in the middle there, yeah.
crop top? Like a Britney Spears crop top.
It was the 80s. I mean, what were you going to do? There was a required look. And it was mesh and, you know, cut it halfway across the way there.
Yeah, no, because it didn't stop there. You did cut it, didn't you? You can see
That's on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
That is a look.
Feast your eyes on my treasure trail. Look at it there. Oh, yeah.
I was 17.
That's all right. Because no one could accuse John Hamm, I think, of being an overnight sensation. You plugged away for a long time.
Yeah, yes, I did. Yeah, I landed in L.A. in, I guess, 1994, 1995, somewhere around then, and proceeded to not work for a solid 3 to 4 years.
I was there around that time.
Thanks for taking all my jobs. Yeah, it was, you know, I waited tables and bartended and did the whole, that whole circuit.
And did you make a deal with yourself about kind of when am I going to say this is not
I gave myself to the age of 30. I figured if that didn't happen by then I guess the market had spoken, and I would slink back to the Midwest.
Because even your big break, getting Don Draper in Mad Men, that wasn't easy.
No, in fact, I had to audition something like 7 or 8 times for it. The American network, AMC, was their first foray into any original programming. So they naturally wanted somebody incredibly famous. I was not that. And so they had to be convinced, and I had to audition and audition and audition and audition and audition.
And did they tell you to your face that they didn't think you were sexy enough?
No. In fact, I only recently heard that.
Like,
but
how recently?
Wait,
Just now, yeah.
Thank you,
Sorry.
by the way. No, that was apparently they told the creator, the writer and creator, that they didn't think I was
Were they
sexy
blind?
enough for the... Well, thank you.
I mean, I'm just like, are they still alive and working?
They're all gone.
That's what I would think.
I had them murdered. No, you know, I guess...
Oh, I'm glad no one told you, because that's an awkward call.
Sure,
yeah.
sure, that would be weird.
Yeah.
But no, it worked out okay.
Yeah, and Mad Men, it's one of those shows, people don't just like it, they love Mad Men. I mean, it's crazy. And it's a very accurate portrayal of life in the 60s, but the fans get really fanatical about it, don't they?
Yeah, well, I guess one of the dangers of doing anything that takes place in the relatively recent past is that it's all been documented. So there are kind of crazy fans who will say, well, it wasn't raining on December 14th, 1968. This is clearly bullshit. And you think, well, maybe you have too much time on your hands. But it is remarkable. The show has a phenomenal research department, and they do actually get a lot of that stuff right, down to the weather, in fact. And we do play off of a lot of historic events that happen.
And it's season 5, we're in the 5th season at the moment here, and obviously it's won 4 Golden Globes, 15 Emmys, amazing stuff. But perhaps, most telling of all of how successful Mad Men is, it has spawned its own range of Barbies. Isn't that weird? A Barbie would make a doll of a man who smokes and drinks and shags around. Yeah. It seems off-message. It seems kind of off-brand.
You don't want to leave that doll around any other dolls. It will get very, very inappropriate very quickly.
Raggedy Ann is crying.
Sorry, sweetheart. Don't call.
And it comes with its own leather briefcase, and it's got like a trench coat. It's lovely.
Is it for real?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
There are
it's the
4 of
Barbie
them.
fashion model. Yeah, you can collect the range.
Oh my God, that's incredible.
Are you getting a doll for Prometheus?
No, I'm really jealous.
Oh, you will.
Oh, Prometheus, you'll get a doll out of Prometheus. You're bound
That's
to.
right.
I have
Really amazing.
your doll from Monster.
It sells so well.
I bought one.
It sells so well. That's incredible. Okay, no, don't touch it.
Clean as a whistle.
Ken doll?
Yep.
Yes? Okay.
Super smooth.
Yeah. But it's amazing, because you do think normally you'd have to be in a movie like Prometheus to get an action figure, but not in a movie about advertising executives in the 1960s.
Especially hyper-sexually active ones.
Yes!
With no genitalia.
Because Alan Partridge didn't have a doll, did he? He'd merchandise.
No, they were like masks you can buy in shops and things like that. I mean, why anyone would want to put an Alan Partridge mask on, I have no idea, but they were in the shop.
And just in terms of endorsements, obviously, as celebrities, you know, you do Dior and things, you know, you can make a lot of money there. But Steve Coogan, you walked away from a lot of money, didn't you?
Yeah, I was, well, I was offered about two... Well,
Say it, go on, say
I was
it.
offered £2 million to do an advert for McDonald's. And I said, well, what I did actually, because I wouldn't advertise McDonald's because I just wouldn't. But what I did was I negotiated and pushed the fee up as high as I could to see what they would pay. And I kept saying, I want more, I want more. And then when they said, we'll pay you £2 million, and I said no. But I just wanted to see how high they would go.
I'm going to say, that round of applause there is the only thanks you will get for walking away from the $2 million. Like, no one gives you $2 million for not doing it.
And the thing is, about a year later, when I hadn't been doing much that much work, I remember thinking, shit, I should have done that.
But now, advertising, it's very regulated now. You know. But at the time Mad Men set, it was a different world. People were less politically correct. And these are some genuine examples of ads that were around then. Here's one. Don't worry, darling, you didn't burn the beer. Like, she should be pleased. I married an alcoholic. Like, could you kind of think, who does the shopping? You know, back then, it was, you know, the wife who went to the store to buy the stuff. And to advertise this, they used this. You mean a woman can open it?
All by herself.
Isn't that like this? Yeah. Oh, I'm going to buy that. Oh, this product thinks I'm an idiot.
And it's ketchup.
Actually, it is quite hard to open. It's not just the sentiment. Sometimes the phrasing of the slogans wouldn't really work nowadays. Blow in her face and she'll follow you anywhere.
As true today as ever was.
This is my favourite, though. This is for, and I don't know why it would be this, but it's an early morning laxative. And the ad goes, 6 a.m., you're feeling punk. 8 a.m., you're full of spunk. What a busy 2 hours they were. Well done, all the ads. Very good. There you go. Let's get back to Don Draper for a minute. I'm so jealous of the way that he just drinks all day during work.
That's not a character choice. That's just how he works.
And talking about drinking, John Hamm, you are drinking again in your new movie, Friends with Kids.
Yes, indeed.
Which I've seen and I enjoyed so much. I loved it.
Thank you.
Written, directed, and starring your long-term partner, Jennifer Westfeldt.
Lovely and talented.
Yes. How long have you been together?
Hey, that's us.
Yeah, there you go.
We've been together 14 and some odd years.
Aww. Wow. Yeah. That round of applause. Yeah. Can I just say, I actually caught a woman's face in the audience going, oh. I swear I did. People were applauding and she was going, oh. I washed. What was the point?
6 a.m. feeling punk.
Stupid long-term partner.
I washed. That's amazing.
It's spring. We have standards, Charlize. We have standards.
Well, thank you for washing. I'm sure your seatmates appreciate it.
But so it's you and Jennifer, and then the rest of the cast, it's sort of like a mini Bridesmaids reunion.
We did, kind of not on purpose. The movie was shot before Bridesmaids came out.
Okay.
But, and Kristen had been attached.
Kristen Wiig.
Had been attached well before all that. And we just sort of fell into Maya Rudolph, who was a perfect fit for the part. And O'Dowd, as you all know over here, is such a talented son of a gun. And he was available. So we got him, and it was a good thing, too, because then Bridesmaids came out and was this international phenomenon, and we wouldn't have been able to afford anybody had we shot it after that. So it was lucky for us.
And again, you're not playing... I mean, what I liked about the movie was that none of the characters are straightforward. That, you know, it's all kind of light and shade. But your character is one of the less sympathetic characters.
A darker soul, perhaps.
Yes, I would say.
Yes, he's not the happiest guy, and what the film tries to do is sort of examine how relationships interpersonally and relationships between couples shift once children enter the picture. And Jen and I don't have kids, but we know a lot of people that do, and we kind of watched how their relationship shifted a little bit. And sometimes it's for the better, and sometimes it's for the worst. And for my character, it is a little bit for the worst, and he doesn't handle it very well.
All right, well, listen, it opens on Friday the 29th of June, and here's a clip.
Remember at my dad's funeral when they had said...
Hey!
Hey!
What's up, guys?
Hey!
How's it going? Welcome back.
Hey,
Hi, how are you? Good to see you.
He ran into a couple of his friends from work downstairs.
Phone call.
In the bathroom?
Who'd you run into?
Yeah. Our
Dave
friends Barbara and Dave.
I don't know them.
It's so great we're all here.
Yeah, I know. Oh my God.
Oh, nice. Guys, can you believe this? $100 a plate. And they're bringing toddlers?
Are they even allowed in here?
I mean, people, it's Manhattan. We're here to live the dream. Leave the kiddies at home.
We're pregnant.
I mean, your friends with kids, have they seen the film?
They have.
They okay with it?
Well, in fact, Adam Scott, who plays the lead in the film, read the script and came to Jen and said, like, is this about me and my wife? And we were like, no, not at all, no. But yeah, it's certainly not about anybody, nor is it, it's just more of an observation. And that's the very beginning of the film, and so we sort of set the scene with these fancy Manhattan couples whose lives are about to change.
And of course, Charlize, you've recently become a mom. You've got your son Jackson.
Yeah.
Now, is 2 months he came into your life ago? 2 months?
Oh, a couple of months ago.
But,
yeah.
But like, you've been busy. Like, you've been promoting Snow White. You've been promoting this. So how are you coping?
I mean, you just do. I've wanted this for so long, and so you know, I want to keep him humble, and you know, so I had little, you know, he's like a newborn, and I'm having the, you know, private jets is not the norm. And he was really good until we had to take like the first commercial flight, and then he just kind of freaked out. It's like, no, Jackson, no.
Who are these people?
Where's my own plane?
And are you finding, because obviously there's a lot of interest in you and your son, are you finding like the paparazzi have suddenly stepped it up a gear in terms of following you and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a little, it's an uncomfortable subject for me because I've just never been super comfortable with it, and now more than ever I really realize that, you know, I had it so good when it was just me. When you're responsible for this little, you know, it was really hard the first time I didn't release any photos or anything like that, so I knew when we went to the airport that would be the first time. And
yeah.
He did this little thing where he just kind of like grabbed my shirt, you know, and it's hard. It's really hard because every part of your body just wants to kind of like cover that child and protect him.
Yeah.
But you know, I wish it was different. I feel like, you know, you can shoot me up and down and get my fat angles and my double chins, and it's free game, you know. But it's hard when children are involved.
It's an interesting time here because obviously the press behaviour, the way the press behaviour is very much in the news at the moment because we've got this Levinson inquiry. And Steve, you were at the Levinson.
One of my funniest gigs.
Are you surprised at how the story's just grown and grown and grown and grown?
Well, it's funny, when I took legal action against News Corp about 2-3 years ago, it was quite a lonely place to be. There wasn't all this brouhaha, and also in terms of the public's attitude, they saw just a few whinging celebrities, but it grew and grew and grew. But it was, I found out that, I sort of saw Glenn Mulcair's notebook, and it had sort of lots of numbers on it, telephone numbers that I recognised, had the password to my phone account, which I'm slightly embarrassed to say is Ferrari.
Was Ferrari.
Yeah. Now it's Ford Mondeo.
You should have taken that McDonald's game.
I know, yeah, you're right. Yeah, and it was not the place to be, and it sort of, you know, in those days, you know, I was advised against it, so don't do that, don't make enemies of News Corps, you know, because they can stitch you up. But they'd already stitched me up, so I didn't have any skeletons left in my closet, you know. It'd all been said. You know? And as I said to, you know, Paul Dacre, the editor of the Daily Mail, he can have the hard drive off my computer if he likes. There really is nothing else there. Just regular porn.
Yeah. because of the connections to kind of Fox and stuff, has it made any impact in the States? Are people talking about it at all, or is it just a British thing?
No, I think people are talking about it.
There's definitely awareness.
Yeah.
Sure. And I'm virtually certain it happens in the States, too. It has to. That's the thing, whenever, you know, there's sort of a leaked photos of somebody that's taking pictures of themselves naked or whatever.
I'm all for that.
The thing is, they're not leaked.
Wait a second.
They're stolen.
Well...
And that's a different thing.
Well,
I mean, you sent those to me in total...
You never
total
replied
privacy.
Back. You never replied back. Did I look fat?
You will never get an answer to that question.
And watching that now, do you think anything's going to change, or is it just going to rumble on for a while, and at the end of it they'll kind of go, well, that'll never happen again?
No, I think something will change this time, because there have been previous inquiries into press standards, and the press have always said, we'll behave ourselves this time. It's like, and I think it's sort of, it's sort of crunch time, really. There'll be some sort of regulation. I think Levison's doing a brilliant job, and I think he's aware that there's what they call the chill effect, which is the press are behaving themselves at the moment, uncharacteristically being well behaved, in the hope that people will go, oh well, they're not really bad, really. And then, of course, when the inquiry goes away, then they'll sort of get back up to their old tricks. But I think it's going to be different this time. I think there's going to be a sea change.
I think what Steve's saying is now would be an optimum time to just do really crazy things while you're in London. Sure. And, you know, they won't report it.
Me and John went to a strip club right after this.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, I'm not invited? Wow, that's
3 year performing.
I think I got 20 quid on me here.
Listen, we've got to talk about Alan Partridge, because Alan Partridge is back. Steve Coogan, you brought it back. The book, I Partridge, we need to talk about Alan. It came out in hardback last year, now it's out in paperback. And it is...
Thanks for that plug, it was seamless.
Well, I'm holding a book, it was no accident. Oh my God, look what I'm reading. Oh, you're here. I've been very careful with the spine. But did you have to read loads of those celebrity autobiographies to get that tone? Because the tone is really good.
Well, they asked me to actually do my own autobiography, but I didn't want to do that because I'd have to drop so many people in it. But I thought, I'm not going to do that because it's too embarrassing as well. So I said, well, I'll do an Alan one, because it's all made up, so it doesn't matter, does it?
But is that...
But the weird thing is, it's actually, it's in WH, they have it under the factual section, the non-fiction section. We've got it as a legitimate biography in the non-fiction section. It's all made up.
But that is the confusion with Alan Partridge. People do kind of think of Alan Partridge as a real person.
Well, some people do come up to me and say, hey, Alan, can I have your autograph? And I say, it's Steve, actually. Yeah, all right, Alan. So I do get that bit. But,
and you're back on screen as well.
Yes, I am.
Yes. What are you giving us?
Well, I'm doing, there's a TV series for Sky Atlantic, which is Alan just in his radio studio, sort of broadcasting from... he's not with Radio Norwich anymore, he's with Norfolk Digital. And we've done a whole series of those, and we've done a couple of specials. One is Alan going round the whole of Norfolk and Norwich and explaining about his background and where he's from and visiting, you know...
Is this the Welcome to the Place of My Life?
It's called Welcome to the Places of My Life. And the other one is a pseudo-arts book programme called Open Books, in which Alan's just interviewed in a very sort of worthy, sort of considered, pretentious tone about his book. It doesn't sound funny, but it really is.
So we've got a clip of Welcome to the Places of My Life. It's on Monday the 25th of June on Sky. Here's a clip.
When I'm walking in the countryside, I normally like to use a stick, but rather than buy one of those aluminium ones made in China by kids, I prefer a British one, made in Britain by trees. Very simple, really. If you want a walking stick, you just simply find somewhere like this, simply snap away the excess branches. Very simple. And then that was a bit too big. Makes me look like Moses, so I don't want that. Because I'm not Moses. So simply getting aside of me, I just very simply jump against it. Like that. Fine, falling over is fine. It only happened once because now I've got a stick, still a bit too long. I'll put it there again and just do it only one more time. Too short. There. You can give that one to a child. Just throw it away. This one. Absolutely, absolutely perfect.
Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Right, it's music time now. This is one of just the greatest singers around at the moment. I've been playing this song a lot on radio too, performing her single, P.F. Sloan. It is the wonderful Rumour!
It belongs to P.F. Sloan. I have been seeking P.F. Sloan, but no one knows where he has gone. No one ever heard the song that boy sent winging. Now you might sigh and you might moan and sweat about the skin and bone, but you just smile and read the Rolling Stone while he continued singing. Listen to him sing. No, 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 don't sing this song. No, don't sing this song. No, 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 don't sing this song. It belongs to P.F. Sloan. Nixon's coming, bound to stay. He's taken all my sins away. I heard it on the news today, and it set my ears to ringing. Can't you hear the people sing? No, 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 don't sing this song. No, don't sing this song. No, 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 don't sing this song. It belongs to P.F. Sloan. The last time I saw P.F. Sloan, he was summer good and winter blown, and he turned that corner all alone, and he was singing. Listen to him sing. No, 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 don't sing this song. No, don't sing this song. No, 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 don't sing this song. It belongs to P.F. Sloan. Oh, from now No, 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 don't sing this song. No, don't sing this song. No, 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 don't sing this song. It belongs to P.F. Sloan. Oh, from now
Thank you so much. Thank you. Down, June. You sit me there beside.
Hello.
We're all getting up, we're all getting up, we're all saying hello. Very good.
Amazing.
Very nice to meet you.
Very good. And that single's out now, and it's off the album Boys Don't Cry, which is out now. Very good. But now, well, don't have, you're not meeting the Queen this weekend. Down the end there, rumour, she's only gone and sung for President Obama. You did, didn't you?
I did.
We've got a picture of you singing for President Obama. There you are. Now, that could be photoshopped, we're not sure. It could be just a booth you went into at some restaurant. You stand here, hold the microphone, and look like you're singing to President Obama.
I don't know, because I had my eyes closed. I didn't want to look at them.
And then you bring gifts for President and Michelle.
Well, I wanted to bring something. You know, when you go to somebody's house, I need to take something, you know?
Pop plant, perhaps.
Yeah, you feel like it's polite, isn't it?
Yes.
But I was thinking about something quite, interesting and exotic. You know, like a nice first edition book or something like that. But in the end, I didn't have time. So I went to Marks and Spencer's and I got a tin of biscuits.
Nice!
It's a nice tin, the one of
The
those...
really good ones with lots of chocolate on.
$6.99. I took the sticker off. I took the sticker off.
You're crazy, rumour. $6.99 for biscuits.
They won't know. It's a handy tin.
Listen, thank you so much for doing that totally live. It was gorgeous.
Oh,
Love your voice.
Thanks for
thank you
having
very
me.
much.
Welcome.
Listen, we're nearly out of time, but just before we go, time for a story 2 in the red chair. So who's up first? All right. Yes. Hello. What's your name?
I'm Leslie.
Leslie. This is Leslie, everyone. Where are you from, Leslie?
Elstree.
Elstree? Yeah. Near the film studios?
Yeah, not far.
Oh. Does your story involve celebrity?
No, just me.
Okay. All right. What do you do in Elstree?
Well, I'm an administrator for a charity.
Okay, we'll just draw a veil. And off you go with your story.
So I was at a dinner party and with all the family, and I'd been eating some olives, and my dad told a joke.
Showing off with her fucking olives. I was eating olives. Doesn't impress us, does it, rumour? $6.99 for biscuits. Who's up next? Who's up next? Hello? They love you. They love you. I don't know who you are. They love you. What's your name, sir?
Jeremy.
Jeremy. And what do you do, Jeremy?
I'm a student.
Of?
Acting.
Acting? He's a student of acting. Where are you going?
Lambda.
Lambda's very good.
I'm in a mood, Steve. I'm in a mood. Yes. Should we try one more? Well, this is the one. The third one's the charm. Okay, here we go. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. What's your name?
Louise.
Louise?
Yeah.
Louise, all right. And where are you from, Louise?
London, Shoreditch.
Shoreditch? Oh, very cool. She's a hipster. And what do you do in Shoreditch?
I work for a fashion designer.
Oh, okay, interesting. Off you go with your story.
So one time last year, I pretended to be Charlene's sister. So one of my friends, she works in...
Which Charlene? This Charlene?
Yes.
Charlize.
Charlize, sorry.
Name. You can screw up my last name all you want.
Yeah,
but God damn it, not my first.
That's Charlene Theron. She's great. Okay, let's try one more. This is it. This is really the last one. Okay, quick. Hello, nice lady. Hi. What's your name?
Jenny.
Jenny. All right, Jenny. And where are you from?
I'm Dutch-American.
Okay, lovely. And where do you live now?
In Tufnell Park.
Okay. She puts the tough into Tufnell. Tufnell Park. Don't mess with me. She's Jenny from the block. Off you go with the story.
Okay. I'm a veterinarian, and I was working at an orangutan rescue center.
I love this story already.
I love it. And during one of the first weeks there, I was at the baby playground where all the baby and toddler orangutans can play with the ropes and in the trees. And I wasn't really aware of how things rolled in that orangutan rescue center. And I was just observing the toddlers playing and swinging around when I felt something kind of wet pressing against my palm, the palm of my hand. And when I looked, it was one of these toddler orangutans that was masturbating himself with my hand. It was his tiny little penis rubbing against
great. Well done to everybody who's enjoyed us on the show and have a go in that red chair. You can just contact us via our website and to this very address. Thank you to all my guests tonight. Rumour, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Coogan. Charlie Stern. And Mr. John Hamm. Join me next week with comedian Ross Noble, pop princess Katy Perry, and nation sweetheart Cheryl Cole. I'll see you then. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Comedy coming up with White Van Man after tonight's National Lottery numbers next on BBC One, and over on BBC Three, the Griffins welcome Brian's long-lost son. It's Family Guy in 5 minutes.